Hello there. My name's Miles Pitcher. I'm the owner of Superior Lending. I'm a mortgage loan officer. I've been in the business I'm on my 23rd year. Been around for a bit. So the other day I had a realtor out of Georgia call me, and she was asking the questions. Does the home that's being sold have to have appliances in the house per FHA appraisal requirements? So that got me digging into minimum standards and looking at this. So that's why today's video is all about FHA appraisals and the minimum standard requirements for those. So we're going to hit on some of the high level things, some of the common things we run into. And at the end, I have a big old list of items that are commonly called out for repairs in an FHA appraisal. I'll also put it down in the description of the video because it's a pretty big list. Let's get started. By the way, if you're doing an FHA loan, I would love to have a shot at seeing if I can beat the quote that you have. Feel free to reach out to my team. We are super, super competitive on these. And if you happen to be in a state where I'm licensed, I will get you a quote and let you know if we can beat it. And we can do that without pulling your credit, unless you choose to go with us. So FHA appraisals, real quick, are always looking at safety, security, and soundness. Those are the basis. These appraisers are the eyes and ears of the bank, and they will look around, and that's why sometimes they are a little more tougher appraisals or more thorough appraisals than a conventional loan. So this is a comment from an appraiser. He didn't put his name down to this, but what's interesting to me is in here, he references that sometimes things are seen in the inspection that has to be a judgment call by the appraiser. So just know that sometimes you're going to run into judgment calls by the appraiser, but it will be based on the safety, security, and soundness of the home. So first of all, utilities have to be on for an FHA appraisal. Electrical, gas, for that to happen. Appliances. So this is to our question. If the appliances are being included in the sale of the home, they have to be in good working order. According to the HUD handbook, appliances are not required to be there to pass an FHA appraisal. I emailed another appraiser I know and asked him on an FHA appraisal, does the stove have to be there, the range? And he said yes, which was interesting to me that he said that, but per the handbook, it does not. If an appliance is built into the home, it's attached to the home, it needs to be in good working order because it's being included. Sometimes if you're doing new construction and the bid for the home includes an appliance package, then yes, you have to have those appliances installed before the appraisal can be done or re-inspected and signed off. Heating systems, you have to have them. I had a client who was in a very rural area and they had a fireplace as their primary source of heating for the home. Would not pass FHA because it's not reliable, it's not adequate. You need to have a reliable source. AC needs to be in good working order if installed in part of the house. Water flow, utilities have to be on, and they will check to see that all those are functioning. Water heaters, same thing, in good condition. Chipping paint, flaking paint, lead-based paint, those are all part of the FHA appraisal. So just know if your house has chipping paint on the outside, it's going to need to be scraped, sanded, and repainted before it will pass an FHA appraisal. Lead-based paint, if the home's before 1978, that's another issue that you have to watch out for. Electricity needs to be on, but also safety-wise, no exposed wires. And that also includes over any light switch or electrical outlets. Those faceplates all have to be there. I know they're only 30 cents, but they all need to be in place. Flooring, you can't have any missing flooring. So if you're missing any carpet or frayed carpet, you need to have that replaced. If you're missing some hardwood flooring or ceramic tiles, you got to get those replaced. The appraiser will look for termite damage or infestations of any insects and call those out if they are seen there. Cracked windows, broken windows will need to be replaced before they can pass the appraisal. Roofs are a big one. Conventional loans, the appraiser will not get up on the roof, look on the roof. FHA appraisers will. They're required to do an inspection of the roof, and it has to have sufficient life and be without damage to pass the FHA appraisal. Just a tip here that if the roof is questionable, you may want to ahead of time have a roofer come examine it, and they can write up a letter saying we've examined the roof and there is 5 years of life left on the roof. And that letter can be provided to the appraiser / underwriter to be able to pass that requirement if that's the case. Fire hazards, this one's interesting. So you have to have a 1-hour firewall between the garage and living spaces. So that includes like pet doors. So if between the garage and the house, don't put a pet door in there. It won't pass FHA appraisals. All right. Environmental hazards. More of this is kind of like trip hazards on your driveway. So if you have any of those, get them fixed before the appraiser comes. This is just stating that the appraiser will go into your crawl spaces of your house if they're there and your attic to check for proper insulation, check for leaks, and that the ventilation is happening in those spaces. All right, let me make this bigger. This is page 1 of a massive list of repairs that could happen. I know that's going to be small. Like I said, it'll be down in the description of the video. Okay, you can pause the video and check this out. Here's page 2 of that. Yeah, just things to watch out for when you're wondering if your home's going to pass an FHA appraisal. Here's how you can get a hold of us. We're happy to help. Anything to do with FHA loans, we're experts at. Love doing them. Thanks for watching my video. I'm Miles Pitcher with Superior Lending.